Peter, our lesson teacher, Mr. HR, is here. I love how he used to tell stories, and I love stories. I love the way he teaches. His stories are very interesting and understandable. I'll tell him to tell us his story today. Well, okay. Let's go quickly. Good evening, Mr. HR.
Dizzy and Tata, how are you?
Good fine.
Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. See the way you are just growing big. You're eating too much. Do you have homework?
Yep. Mr. HR, I love your stories. Can you tell us stories today? Oh yes, I love stories. Please, can you tell us stories today?
What did you just call me? Mr. HR, what does that mean?
It's a short form of Mr. Heavenly Race. It's just an abbreviation because Mr. Heavenly Race is so long. Yeah,
okay, now I get. I like it, Mr. HR. I like it. Alright, so you want me to tell you stories, right?
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'll tell you 3 stories in one.
Yeah.
3 stories in one. The 3 stories will be connected, kind of. But before then, you realize that it's a new month, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a new month. It's a month of March, right?
Yep.
Alright, so in this month of March, it's good for me to motivate you, at least before we start. In this new month, there are a lot of people in their pursuit for happiness, satisfaction, success. They become depressed.
What's the meaning of depressed?
To be depressed means to become sorrowful, to become sad because you are unable to achieve your dream. So some people, depression can lead to death. It's so dangerous. That's why you must not be depressed. So in pursuit of success, happiness, so many people have become depressed. But little did they know that they are actually supposed to be in charge of their happiness. You're not supposed to allow somebody to be in charge of your happiness. Don't employ anyone to be in charge of your happiness. It's your responsibility. Okay, let me tell you a story. You will like this story. It's called The Acres of Diamond. What is it called?
Acres of Diamond.
Yes, beautiful. Now, this story is told of a Persian man by name Ali Afed. Ali what?
Alfred.
Okay. This man suddenly grew with the thought of owning a diamond mine. Yes, to the extent that the seed of discontentment started to grow in him. He was no longer happy. He was now becoming depressed because he doesn't have a diamond mine. He sold his farmland, left his family with a neighbor, all in search of diamond. He traveled from one country to another in search of diamond, but he couldn't find. He stood in racks at the bay in Barcelona, Spain, and that was where he took his own life.
Wow.
He took his own life, committed suicide. He had spent all and had nothing to show for it. Now the person that Ali Afed sold his land to, one day that person took his camel to the brook in the garden to drink. As the camel drank from the shallow water, it uncovered an interesting stone, and thinking it was very beautiful, he took the stone, polished it and set it on the mantle over the fire. When he had a visitor, it was his visitor that now confirmed that that stone is diamond.
Wow.
When he discovered it was diamond, you mean you saw it in the same garden? Off. They started, began to sift through the garden, the sand, and found more diamonds. Beneath Ali Afed's farmland sat the great diamond mine of Golconda.
Wow.
Do you know that the crown jewel of England and Russia was thought to come from that same mine, a diamond mine?
Wow.
It was the largest discovery of diamond mine in the world as at that time. That was what somebody sold in search of diamond. What a dramatic irony. If Ali Afed had simply stayed at home and walked in his own garden, he would have found the acres of diamonds.
Wow.
What he was looking for somewhere else was right there in his front. He was seeing it every day. Did he know? What am I trying to say? I'm not suggesting that you should go and dig your backyard. There's so many people today who do not also know what they are made up of. Do you know there are some people that are supposed to be owners of bakery, but they are begging for bread, and they don't know they are supposed to be the owner of the bakery where you bake bread. Some people are supposed to be employers of labor, but today they're looking for a job. They don't know. Do you know also that there are some people that should have written books authors of books, written songs, to have even sung many songs. Today, they're busy singing other people's songs like that. Some people even die, loaded with a lot. They don't know who they are. When you know who you are, then you will be able to exhaust everything. I want to grow old and die empty. I want to die empty. I want everything God gave me. I want to use it completely before I leave. Yes. A story is also close to this one that can be shared with this. That's the story shared in Genesis 26. The story of Isaac.
What happened to Isaac?
Yes, Isaac. As at that time there was famine in the land. Famine is a time where the land is dry, no water. And as a result of that, farmers can't plant. And when they cannot plant, they don't have anything to harvest. So, because there was no food, they were living, traveling abroad. Egypt was the trending nation then. A lot of people, Isaac wanted to also go to Egypt. Go to the north to go. Yes, he stayed back. As he stayed back, he started digging wells to get water. He would dig, they would cover, his enemies would cover. Until the enemies got tired of covering and they left him. He finally had water. With that water, he was able to plant. He sowed in that same year, on that same land, and harvested 100 food. Wow. The big book, the Bible said, he was not even richer than the whole nation.
Wow.
Yes, that means Isaac discovered his acres of diamond. Simple. Wow. So many people don't know what they got. They don't know their acres of diamond, and they just easily sell their acres of diamond in search of the same acres of diamond. Oh my God! And that's why that songwriter said, "I know who I am. Walking in power." You know the song? Walking in power. I live my life for favor. You see that? I know who I am. Do you know who you are?
Yeah.
The last story I will tell you is the story of the prodigal son. This young man left his father's house. He told his father, "Give me the property you are supposed to give me. I'm supposed to collect when you die." While his father was still alive. He left with these things in search of freedom, in search of happiness. But what he did not know was the more he got what he wanted, the less he wanted what he got. Yes, the more all that he actually needed was at home. He has to go outside the house before he realized that what he needed was at home. That's why some people today, they don't know that what they have is actually what they need. They don't know. You will see some marriages will break. Why these different spouses are looking for a better spouse, only to discover that the one they left was even better than the one they finally get. It's the irony of life. The irony, the long and short of these stories all put together, is that God has given you something more precious and priceless. Look inward. You have got a lot in you to break world records. Are you aware of that? Don't look away from you. Sometimes we do not appreciate what we really have until we lose it. Do you get it? Don't miss the blessings that are right in front of you. Don't miss your acres of diamond. Yes, those are my 3 stories. You promised me you are going to tell me the lessons. So, your turn, Tracy.
I learned that it's good to exhaust everything within you before going out in search of others.
That's what. Perfect. You are right. You need to exhaust everything within you before going out. Most times, you will discover that what you have within you is enough. Yes, ideas rule the world, but most of us don't know. Okay, what about you? What's it?
I learned that I must be in charge of my happiness. I must not allow anybody to be in charge. In fact, I am the CEO of my happiness.
You are the CEO of your happiness. I love that.
Me too. I'm the managing director of my joy.
Hey, managing director, MD. But that reminds me, you before we go into the real lessons. Did your mommy cook anything?
Yes.
What did she cook?
She cooked fried rice and chicken.
Yeah.
Chicken.
I love fried rice and chicken.
We even have cold juice.
Cold juice. I trust your mommy. Mommy will give me my back. Mommy is the type of listening parent I want. Not like all those other listening parents, even to give you water, they cannot. Can't you see that? It's because your mommy used to give me pack of food and drink, juice. That's why I will even teach more than the time I'm supposed to teach. That's why I will teach, I give stories, I give you motivation, I give you impartation. Then, before I now settle down for the lesson proper. I will continue to do this so long as your mommy will not stop. Yes. Yes. Your mommy is good to me. I, Mr. HR, will also be good to you. One good turn deserves another.